Next on the INC Giving Show.
It is such a true motto, giving, because that's what they've all done. Today they've given us so much love.
I think performing with them is to make them believe that there's always tomorrow.
Even though it was me or us that was given to the community, I actually felt like I received something back from the community.
In today's high-tech culture, good news travels fast. And with the increasing ability to view online content wherever you are, it seems as if INC Giving is anywhere and everywhere. Hi, I'm Lois Paula. Today, we'll see the impact giving has on volunteers, and we'll take a look at the flood of online content being shared, both at incmedia.org and the official INC Giving Facebook fan page. And for many of the young volunteers of the project, this is their first opportunity for community service, an experience that has allowed them not only to give back, but has given them much, much more in return. Welcome to the INC Giving Show.
A little goes a long way when we join together. It's more than enough when we show our love. It's alright to make a change. The future's not so far away. There's hope, there's light. If we open our eyes, this is our chance.
Volunteers from all over the world have been submitting their blogs and photos to us, sharing the inspiring experiences they've had during the INC Giving Project, Singing for a Cause. Just like this one right here from John in Vancouver, British Columbia, who writes, "I'm nervous, want the kids to have fun and perform well, but then it hits me that it's not even about the kids performing." Each of them, all over the world, participating in a range of activities, all share the same sentiment, that they were moved in a way that none of them could have ever imagined.
Having the children reach out by means of song definitely puts smiles to their faces, and it puts a smile on my face. Most especially the kids have been able to see that you can missionize people through singing, because people develop that curiosity about, oh, okay, so what organization are you a part of?
The Church of Christ, it made me feel really good, and to see the kids at a young age know like virtues, so it made me feel really good that they were able to learn from this.
Yeah, the experience of it is it's amazing. I can't describe it. It's just seeing them smile at you. It's in this stage of their life, just for you to be a small part of that is definitely a huge deal.
Did you enjoy the performance?
Yes, I did.
The volunteers went into each performance with the intent to inspire the residents, yet they all left feeling that exact same inspiration. A feeling that hopefully will encourage them to keep using their musical talents as a way to help others.
Let's meet a former rock musician who's making time to share the gifts he has been given. There's a saying that goes, "Nothing in this life is ever free." It was a saying that David Rivera applied to his music and his life for many years.
My motto at the time was, I was a working musician and I don't do anything for free because I have to eat as well.
Music was David's job and passion.
The genres that I have learned throughout my musical career have been from All the Spanish music that I play, from the mariachi music to the trio romántico music, which is the slow music, the Latins, and then I do jazz, I do funk, I do rock. I pretty much dabble in a lot of different genres.
A few years ago, he received an unexpected gift from a friend, a gift that would eventually change his life.
So one of my buddies from my circle of friends, her name is Bernadette Soria. Little by little, she kept encouraging me, hey, why don't we go to church? Why don't we go to church? Let's go to church. Let's see how it goes, see if you like it. Well, me being who I was, I never really was into church. So out of the blue, she asked me once again, and I just said, sure, why not? I'll take you.
As he continued to learn the words of God, his outlook on life and his outlook on music began to take a very different direction.
What I do is I still play my gigs, except for now, instead of playing from bar to bar, from nightclub to nightclub, to this place, I play birthday parties, I play weddings, I play quinceañeras.
David also began to perform with fellow brethren at church events. And so when the INC Giving Project's Singing for a Cause came, it was only natural that he would play a big role in their preparation. A role that would allow him to share not only his music, but his newfound faith. David spent many hours practicing with the kids of Corpus Christi, sharing his gift for music with the next generation of musicians.
I was assigned to help the kids actually practice for Singing for a Cause. It started off really roughly, really rough, and with the little amount of children that we have at our church, it was pretty rough, but we got through it.
Playing at the retirement home was an experience very different to the types of gigs that David played just a few years back.
Looking back at my attitude before, where I never gave anything out for free, I always had to get paid for my services because I had to eat, which was, now that I was going out into the community and actually giving away my services to the elderly at nursing homes, was a very big change for me.
And it was a gig that paid in only one currency: gratitude.
Even though it was me or us that was given to the community, I actually felt like I received something back from the community.
Coming up, we'll see how young members in Australia helped launch the first ever Grandparents' Day in the state of New South Wales. But before that, let's see some footage from the event Singing for a Cause that got young and old alike singing sweet melodies of yesterday. And it's all been shared online.
So on one side it's $170. We're going to be going in 7 minutes, okay?
Let's travel first to a local congregation nicknamed South City in South San Francisco, California.
Remember, when we go there, we're doing a community service. So get to know the elderly, introduce the church to them, not by telling them about the church, but by showing
The
them.
members, young and old, performed at different facilities, all with the hope of introducing their new congregation to the community and to bring a smile to all those in attendance. Through the request of an encore, the brethren there witnessed tears of joy from the residents. Going across the Pacific, we arrive on the islands of Hawaii, where residents were surprised by the arrival of young performers who sang a range of familiar oldies for all those who attended.
When I walked in, I seen this going on. I'm saying, how come no one told me about it?
The event brought back long-gone memories to the residents of this normally quiet facility. The Brethren of Vancouver West gathered in the cafeteria of a local hospital to hopefully bring smiles to patients waiting quietly in their respective seats. But as soon as the music started and the Brethren began to sing, the residents were completely energized, inspiring the performers to share more than just the songs they brought, but the love and concern they had. Traveling further east now, let's stop at Colorado Springs and meet a few kids who were, well, a little nervous at the idea of performing.
Just scared, but I'm excited too. So yeah, I don't know how it's gonna turn out though.
We would like to present to you the youth of the Church of Christ who are here today, and we hope that you will enjoy our presentation.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow.
Of course, their fears of performing dissipated, and they were soon overjoyed at their accomplishment.
I think performing with them is to make them believe that there's always tomorrow.
The youth of Colorado Springs realized an important lesson: the optimism of giving from the heart. We travel southeast to South Atlanta, where the voices of Brethren doubled the audience within minutes of starting their performances. Sister Karen Villagracia shared her experiences in her blog. Some had tears in their eyes as they saw the love of brotherhood between the members, for it reminded them of their own families. It was an afternoon for the Brethren to share not just their musical talents, but the light they carry as members of the Church of Christ. And finally, we head back to California, where in Vallejo, the young members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo serenaded former musicians living at Merrill Gardens.
A lot of them were music teachers or performers. We had a professional violinist that was in the audience today. Not only do they appreciate hearing the music and appreciate the performance, they know what happened to go into each part of what happened with the performance.
The members in Vallejo, California, along with those in the venues around the world, truly exhibited what it means to do good to those who need it most.
Don't go away. Stay with us right here on the INC Giving Show. Welcome back to INC Giving, where we're looking at pictures and reading blogs from those all over the world who participated in Singing for a Cause. These blogs can be found on the new incmedia.org website and serve as a source of inspiration for anyone reading. Many of those who volunteered performed for no longer than an hour, yet the short experience was more than enough to move each person.
I'm pretty sure across the board, especially for myself, that it was one of the greatest feelings, giving to families like this, giving to people, especially because for the people that we sang for today, they one of them was telling me how they never been visited before.
Honestly, a lot of the brethren weren't sure how to react toward this activity because they've never done something like this. So when we were coming into this activity during the rehearsals, a lot of them were just thinking it was just a day for singing. But I think that changed from the first venue that we went to today. Honestly, I really think that it touched their heart. because knowing that they were able to do something for someone that they didn't know, knowing that they did something for an elderly. And I think that it really touched their hearts, because when they sang those songs and they saw the reaction of the elderly, it was just a feeling that's really hard to explain how they felt.
Moved to action with just one common goal, these members of the Church of Christ not only share the gift of music, but most especially the faith that binds them together.
In many cultures, grandparents play a special role in the growth and development of children. They play the role of a hero, a friend, an ancestor, and oftentimes are the ones who provide unquestioning love and support. Because of this prized role, the Australian government chose this year to launch and celebrate the first ever Grandparents' Day. To bring smiles to these unsung heroes, volunteers from the INC Giving Project also stepped in to share their gift of music. Let's take a look at the video they submitted.
I love my grandparents more than 2 times the size of the sun. That is a lot, I tell you. The mass is massive.
Gift of a simple song, a warm hello, and a welcome smile can make a difference in anyone's life. These were the gifts the young members brought with them to the first ever Grandparents' Day in Australia.
Grandparents' Day is for children to celebrate their grandparents because they are very special in a child's life.
So to help celebrate the day, she invited volunteers from the INC Giving Project, who coincidentally were spending the month of October sharing the gift of music with senior citizens not only throughout Australia but throughout the world. And though the grandparents in attendance weren't their own, their love for their own grandparents moved them to share something more with those in attendance that day.
The children today that performed, they were here to be here and show how much they loved our grandparents, even though they were from our community, showed their appreciation. So just to share our faith as well. Yeah.
Many were left speechless on how a few songs and one afternoon could mean so much to individuals they had never met before.
Today, it has absolutely blown me away. It's a day I will never forget. The beauty of those children singing and the congregation, and it is such a true motto, giving, because that's what they've all done. Today they've given us so much love. It's beautiful.
The event was another opportunity for the young members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo to shine brightly amongst the youth of this world and help give the older generation something to smile about.
These next pictures represent just a few places the INC Giving Project has reached. Let's see how global it became to join efforts and sing for a cause in neighborhoods all around the world.
Millions of elderly citizens currently live in nursing and retirement home facilities. Many can go on for months and years without ever being visited. Led by the young volunteers from the INC Giving Project, members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo visited hundreds of facilities throughout the US, Canada, and Australia to share their music and their faith. the end, each song sang and each smile made were a testament to show how a little bit can go a long, long way.
Coming up, we'll see how a mother's struggle with cancer has moved this young woman to help others. Stay with us. Welcome back to INC Giving. The internet and social networking sites have the power to share a lot of things. Recently, they've helped spread a different message, the act of giving. Now, let's take a look at a young woman who is doing her part to create awareness for a cause near to her heart.
Standing for hours in the hot sun may not sound appealing to most. But then again, this young woman isn't like most people.
Hi, my name is Sister Nilan Jampuzan. Today is National Bandana Day. It's a charity called Canteen, which supports teenagers or young people with cancer, hold this National Bandana Day.
The bandanas aren't just to support research and development, but they make a strong statement and remind everyone of the realities of cancer.
Bandanas, I'd say, especially for young children that have been affected by cancer personally, as is known, one of the side effects of chemotherapy is losing your hair. So the bandana represents something that can maybe give self-confidence back to young children.
The reason behind Jem's passion might not be immediately visible. Her personal connection to this cause has stemmed from her own battles and her appreciation for the support that was extended to her in her own time of need.
So I'd say I have a personal connection with that. After being diagnosed, I know how they feel, I understand. So I'd like to all the more, help raise awareness and help do my bit. I'd say personally, when you're diagnosed, you can have, you can only take on so much, we're just human, we try to stay as strong as we can, but it's also so important and so crucial to have a support network.
Jem's determination to support other young individuals diagnosed with cancer has inspired those around her to join in on today's efforts.
I really want to help out. I always want to help out the Kids Helps Cancer because it's nice to support them.
The experience itself has opened Jem's eyes to the extent of the support she has in her own community.
It was just fascinating and very humbling with the interest that people have. Some of them would just donate without wanting anything in return. Some of them are moved by the notion. They buy for their family, their friends.
What motivates each act of kindness is sometimes far greater than the deed itself. It moves us to action and inspires us to work together towards one goal.
There we go. There you go. That's a perfect one for you. Or even this one here, the member design.
As well, what we're doing today, we're not forced to do it. We do it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
You too. Thank you.
We may not even realize it, but we're already surrounded by individuals who inspire us to do something great. Let's meet two young women whose friendship is bound by more than just a common workplace.
We all have the power to influence, and when used positively, we can move those around us to action.
I'm Len Rivera, and throughout my life, I've met many different people and have been blessed to find quite a few friends along the way. But there's one person in particular who has had an incredible impact on my outlook in life. Because of her, all the more I realize that to give is more rewarding than to receive. Meet my friend, Laura Gustafson.
Laura's genuine care for people and the sheer joy she gets from giving has moved her to give back to those around her. Even when she was faced with a difficult challenge just a few years ago.
My mom was diagnosed in 2008. She went in for her standard mammogram and they found a lump right up near her armpit. They said it wasn't anything that she would have ever noticed herself. So we all kind of preach the get your mammograms, do your self-exams and all that kind of stuff because of what she went through.
Inspired by her mom's strength, Laura began to volunteer for organizations supporting research for leukemia and lymphoma.
It's a very different feeling. So when you volunteer, you see all the runners and you see the survivors, and they generally give a different t-shirt color for a survivor so you can see the people that actually matter. You know, they're very grateful for what you're doing. Many of them say thank you. They strike up conversations and talk to you.
Though they haven't known each other for long, Len and Laura clicked almost immediately and quickly became friends. They bonded soon after discovering a common passion, a passion for giving.
We're co-workers, so she had actually come and she was sitting like on the other side of the aisle. I saw this, was it a flyer or pamphlet or something about like the Komen race, the Susie G. Komen race, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I've done that before. I did that 2 years in a row, and that like sparked our first conversation. And then since then, like, you know, we found like other things that, you know, we've had in common. It just kind of like we really like clicked.
Oh yeah, we had fun eating that.
That common thread between these two young ladies has moved them to action. Together.
Today, Laura and I will strengthen our friendship while helping others as we participate in the Light the Night Walk for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It's chilly out and it's been a long day, but nothing's going to stop us from giving in action.
The two friends joined together, along with Laura's mother, to participate in the Light the Night Walk for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Laura inspires me I like hearing her story about how her mother survived breast cancer and seeing how, you know, strong she's been and how she was there for her family and for her mother especially, and how she has like this positive attitude, and I think that's a noble thing for someone to do.
Len and Laura are just a few examples of how we can be positive influences on each other just by sharing good news. If you have your own story of giving, whether it be yours or someone you might even know, email us at the address on the screen. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll feature your stories right here on our show. We hope the stories you've seen and the people you've met have inspired you to give in big or small ways. It's deeply rewarding to know just what a difference you've made in someone else's life. So remember, whenever you possibly can, do good to those who need it. Thanks for watching. I'm Lois Paula. Join us again next time right here on the INC Giving Show.